Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 20 career series here today on the channel. We're back with our Manchester City career series. This is season 1, episode 2. In today's episode, we have a huge episode. We face Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. We also face my former club, Tottenham Hotspur. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series, and players you would like me to sign. We currently sit at the top of the Premier League in first, followed by Liverpool in second, Wolves in third, United in fourth. My former team Spurs currently sit in 18th place. Coming up against United, we've had to change the squad a little bit due to injuries and players simply just out. Jesus is going to lead the line, KDP in the attacking midfield role. Sane on the left wing, Sterling on the right, Silva and Gundogan in the midfield. In the back line, we have Koulibaly, Ludwig Augustinsson, Laporte, João Cancelo, and Edison in goal. I always go to say Allison or Edison interchangeably sometimes. Anyway, on the break here, Jesus nearly scored with Aguero's absence. So, this is a continuation shave? Can't even speak properly. Getting on my words tongue-tied. Right, this is a continuation save. Oh, damn. From my Spurs career, which I won the treble last year. Pep Guardiola was sacked at Man City and I took the job. The main objective of this series is to win the Premier League or the Champions League and try and win as much silverware as possible. I'd love a cup run in the FA Cup or EFL. Rashford here on the break now. Gundogan intercepts. De Bruyne gets over the top. Tielemans now plays for United. It's Rashford on the break. And Marcus Rashford scores his 6th goal of the Premier League. Raheem Sterling is our top goal scorer with 6. Our highest rated player. Sane's up there with the assist as well. And Casemiro has the most reds, which is quite funny. Koulibaly trying to build something up. Ludwig Augustinsson. We are playing a 4-2-3-1 German gegenpress, and Jesus has managed to push through it to make it 1-1 just before the 31st. We've broken through the United defence like carving a cake. They've still got Pereira. They've signed Deulofeu and Tielemans. They've also got Dan Henderson back from his loan from Sheffield, which is interesting. 1-1 in the Manchester Derby. At the Etihad, we really need a win. João Cancelo on the right-hand side. Can't get past the United defence. De Bruyne to Sterling. Sterling's through on goal. And Sane couldn't clinch it. We've had a lot of rotations in this, so we're not playing with my perfect top starting 11. Lingard makes it 2-1. It's Jesse Lingard with an assist from Deulofeu. A sensational piece of play there by the Spaniard, the former Watford man. Puts Lingard through on goal. Personally, I would sell Lingard in a career series, but I'm surprised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still has him. Sane now. To Ludwig, he's hit the post. João Cancelo. Trying to get it back. 2-1 down in the Manchester Derby. Still a lot to play for. 7 shots to 5, 6 to 3. We've had the fouls. We've had the shots on target. We just haven't been clinical enough in the final third. De Bruyne now whips it into the box. Sane recollects. Sane gets the shot blocked and Rashford clears. Trying to create a counter-attack. João Cancelo. Gundogan. João gets into the box but tackled by the former Leicester City man Yuri Tielemans. Rashford. Oh my god, Rashford's on foot. Martial's whipped it wide of the post, which is incredibly fortunate for the citizens here in the Derby. It's trying to make some substitutions. Laporte's exhausted, so let's bring on Stones. We've got Zaha, Mahrez, and Rodri still to play with. Look, Zaha's been really quiet in his career so far. Signed under a previous regime. For now, let's bring on Rodri to bring some central midfield solidity. And we'll bring on Stones for Laporte. Manchester City still not down and out for the count of this one. Jesus. Rodri. It's Rodri to score his 2nd goal of the Premier League season and bring back some dignity for the club. 2-2 just before the 64th there. It's Rodri. Zaha now can come on. The former United boy. If he could score against them, that'd be hilarious. The irony. But I feel bad for United, they're drawing. Lingard's now come off, and Scott McTominay, mixed sauce, he's come off the bench. Still 2-2. Everything to play for now. Coming into the dying minutes of extra time. It's Fergie time for both sides. And that's it. The Manchester derby finishes in a 2-2 draw. Look, I would have loved to win, but a draw we can work with in that top 4 push. Rodri, coming fresh off the bench, managed to pick up the man of the match. However, we still sit atop of the Premier League with 15 points. Aston Villa in second. This is what I love about Football Manager. Depending on tactics, player performances, it can really be a lot different. And Pep Guardiola's taken the Spurs job? No way. Really? I don't believe that. So, Manchester City fired Pep. They brought me in because I won the treble last year. But they've now brought in Pep. Wow. Could you imagine what Pep Guardiola could do in real life with a Spurs squad? It's crazy to see. So, let's get stuck into Spurs here today for the second match. Walker's going to have to come on because João Cancelo is ineligible. Aguero's back. De Bruyne at the cam. We've got a midfield properly now of Bernardo Silva and Casemiro being more defensively. Koulibaly, Laporte, and Ludwig Augustinsson. But here's the squad. Have they changed it too much? Pogba still plays for them that I signed, and Dombele. They've strengthened the back line and the left back because they brought in Ludwig Augustinsson. They still have Harry Kane as well. Davies. It's good to see you, boys. Dele Alli now, trying to break away. Kane, Dele Alli. We managed to, if you guys didn't watch that Spurs series, I managed to sign Pogba in January. Oh, Pogba scored against me. Typical. Speaking of Pogs, I managed to sign him in January because he handed in a transfer request, and I basically paid in installments, so I did sort of bankrupt Spurs for the next 4 seasons, but Aguero's come in there just before the 6th. It's 1-1. So I think for the next 4 years, they have to pay like 30 mil Spurs for Pogs, but they won a Champions League and a Premier League, so I guess it's worth it. Aguero there puts it over the bar. Walker Peters, they're playing. So they're playing Ben Davies, they brought him in. Heung-min Son, Hendrickson, Ferguson, Demetrio as well. But I felt like with that Spurs squad, I pushed it as far as I could. I wanted a new challenge with Manchester City, and it seems to be working. Aguero's made it 2-1 here. If you guys can remember in that as well, I tried to sign Christian Eriksen to a contract, but he was determined to leave. He wouldn't sign. And also Toby Alderweireld as well. I felt like I pushed that Spurs team as much as I could. And with Football Manager as well, when you play the same system, you play the same players, other teams get familiar with that, and it actually becomes harder. So you have to be, like Sir Alex Ferguson, even though you're winning, you have to push upon that position and actively evolve. Aguero now. But I felt with the finances would have a lot more, would negate like Pep's investment, and I felt like his life, Sheikh Mansour thought that his life at Man City had ended. He wanted to play more aggressive, high-octane, German-inspired gegenpress. What Spurs were playing, but I guess they're playing more possession-style now. Dele Alli to Kane, Everton. I didn't have him under my regime. We also had Greg Gorovic as well. De Bruyne. Puts it wide to the left. And half-time at the Etihad. Look, we're still not over the line just yet. But so far in this Man City career, we've had to rotate the squad heavily. That's with Football Manager. You can't consistently play your starting 11. Very much in real life, you can have an injury crisis, or just players simply culminating with red cards and yellows and whatnot. Moore has come on for Dele Alli. And Hendricks has come on for Winks. Right, they've made some subs. Let's do the same. So let's bring on Gundogan for KDB. Let's bring on Zaha. I haven't been overly impressed with Zaha this season. He's had an awfully quiet season. Aguero I'm tremendously happy with, along with the winging partnership of Sterling and Sane. So, Heung-min Son comes on for Kane. Oh! I thought that went in. Gundogan, Zaha, Stones is going to come on. Oh. Surely that was a goal. No, I guess it wasn't given to us. So be it. Let's drop from our attacking position. Now, I do have a couple of formations. If it's not broken, don't fix it, in my opinion. I've still got my 4-2-3-1 Jurgen Klopp-inspired Gegenpress, is what I've called it. It's like Klopp's, but it's more aggressive. Instead of it dropping to like a 5 at the back formation, I sometimes, like, with Football Manager, depending, like, you need to be more pedantic if you're playing with poor quality players, especially down the lower leagues. You need an aggressive, you need to maintain possession if you have good enough players with passing acumen, and you need a Jose Mourinho defensive park the bus. For now, I've only been using my Pep Guardiola inspired one, Klopp inspired one, but you can drop that, still being similarly aggressive, but drop them to be defensive instead of changing the entire formation. So we're currently 16 games undefeated, and we've managed to beat Spurs here today, which is massive. We currently sit atop of the Premier League on 21 points, followed by Wolves, Liverpool, and United. Spurs potentially could get relegated this season. How crazy is that to sound? So unfortunately, guys, it's time to end episode 2 of the Football Manager 20 Manchester City Career Series here today. A lot of food for thought for this. United is still going to be a pain in my side this season. Spurs, my former club, are tremendously falling down the table. We're still continuing to try and hit that top 4, try and win the Premier League, and we're going to go tough in the UEFA Champions League as well. I would also love to pick up a cup, FA or EFL. Let me know in the comments as well players you would like me to sign for January in episode 3, as we still have a little bit of money left over as Manchester City. Maybe sometimes you just need a player or two just to push you up over that line. If you'd like to see more Football Manager on the channel, support it and I'll do more. I do have my eyes on maybe doing a Manchester United series, Chelsea, potentially others as well, maybe even Liverpool, as I haven't played Football Manager overly much this year. So I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and I thought I'd do some more. I'll put in the description below the Football Manager mods as well, if you guys would like to download it and play along with me. Thank you very much for watching. Much love from Australia, wherever you are out in the big wide world. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce